Question 2, which is suggest one character in the novels I have read who I think is a good role model for teenagers. Based on the novel Dear Mr. Klimer by Annie Scruff, the character in this novel who I think is a good role model for teenagers is Richard. There are 3 reasons why I choose him. Firstly, Richard is a kind person. This was shown when Mrs. Hanson asked her class to sign a card for the scammers. Mr. Hanson brought a card for her class to sign to express their regret for what had happened, as someone has vandalized the tavern owned by the scammers. However, the boys in the class were feared that Abner and Harry would hit them. The girls worried that popular girls like Peggy and Blanche would not speak to them. So in the end, Richard was the only student who signed the sympathy card for the scammers. After school, Richard took the card from Mr. Hanson. He wanted to give the card to Hannah, although it has only one signature on it. Hannah took the card reluctantly, and later Hannah apologized to Richard for being so rude. This was the beginning of their friendship. Secondly, Richard is a brave person. This was shown when Richard told his family he wrote poetry. Before telling his secret to his family, Richard wrote a letter to Mr. Klimer. Richard learned about Mr. Klimer when Mrs. Hanson read the poem Trees by Joyce Klimer to the class. Although he was afraid of sharing this secret with his family, he still managed to cope with his fear and tell his family that he wrote poetry after being encouraged by Mr. Klimer's letter. And thirdly, he is a supportive person too. Mrs. Hanson asked the class to write an essay as one of the activities for a patriotic program which helps sell Liberty bonds. Hannah and Richard won the roles of Lady Liberty and the Dove Boy respectively because they both had written the best essay. Many students were angry when Hannah won the role as they think Hannah is an unpatriotic German although she was an American citizen. Hannah told Richard that her essay started a little war in the Turtle Lake and she didn't want to cause any more problems, so she declined the role of Lady Liberty. Therefore, Richard, who wanted to support Hannah, also declined his part as a Dove Boy. In conclusion, these are the 3 reasons that why I think Richard is a good role model for the teenagers.